Do you find it hard to get high-ticket clients? Maybe you're struggling to make your edits look clean, or you notice that nobody gives a shit about your editing. Don't worry, bro. I've been there too. Actually, for the past 5 years, I've been quite mediocre at editing. Looking back now, it's obvious why. So I'll tell you 3 things that are slowing your progress down and the practical tips that you can apply literally after watching this video. Matter of fact, you're already implementing one right now without even realizing it. So stick till the end. I'm gonna show you. Number 1, I'm gonna be straight up. You don't spend enough time editing. Now straight away, you'll disagree with me. Obviously you did, but that's fine. Let's look at a normal day in the life. After you're done editing a video, do you go and plan your next one and start working again, or do you end up playing video games for most of the day, wasting time on the internet, watching useless content and feeling like shit? When I was making a little video editing agency, I had this editor. He was working for me for like $5 an hour and was helping me edit a reaction channel's videos really cheap. So this was like super low level work. Now every time I send him work, he was happy because he finally got to do something. So I asked him what he does when I don't send any videos, and he says he just doesn't do anything. And that's literally what kept him in this position of making $5 an hour. Let me tell you how to stop being that guy, because you don't want to be that guy. I've been there, bro. If you want to be good, you gotta stop wasting so much time on things that don't bring you any value, like brain dead YouTube videos, video games instead of work. And I don't mean stop watching YouTube and don't use the internet altogether, but use it for the right reasons. Now, instead of telling you just to go edit more, let me give you something easier to apply that you can literally do like right now. Let's say you've edited for 2 hours and you need to take a small break. Now, instead of opening up Minecraft or some fucking Valorant, just open up YouTube and watch a few tutorials on video editing. And even subconsciously, you just know that the tutorials bring you way more value and ROI for your time. So make sure that after you watch these tutorials, you go and make some notes, or you apply. Like literally do the thing that's being shown in the tutorial, like follow along. Now, this advice is first on the list because it's literally the baseline. If you weren't doing this, this is gonna speed up your progress tremendously. But let's see what we got next up. Number 2. I'll put it simply. You lack focus, but the people who don't lack focus are the ones winning and producing the best work out there. So this puts you at a major disadvantage. When I was like 14 in school in Moldova, we had like Russian classes. So we were learning the Russian language. And on a particular lesson, our teacher wanted to show us and teach us about the first man in space. His name was Yuri Gagarin. And there was a movie about it, which the teacher, let's call her Mrs. Crow, showed us. But she had a hard time skipping through it and showing us the scenes that she wanted us to see. So Mrs. Crow, knowing that I make videos at the time, I don't know how she know, I don't really remember that, she just knew for some reason. Actually, I remember why, because I made like a little video of me talking in Russian and I edited and everything and then showed it to the entire class. So if she wanted me to take that whole movie, cut it down to 45 seconds. Now imagine that. Even trailers have like 2-3 minutes. But you see, that movie had a trailer, but she didn't want to play it for some reason. So 14-year-old me at the time was like, okay, this is fucking annoying. I have to do work, which was something I wasn't used to doing at the time. Like I wasn't even doing my homework. I got bad grades, like the lowest grades you could get, because I was just playing video games all day. So I spent like a week procrastinating and doing like 10-minute work session, opening up, what was it? Vegas Pro. Wait, let me see. Yeah, it was Vegas Pro 14. So I was doing those little workstations, and each time I was interrupted by like a Discord call, Instagram group message, a meme on Discord. Fuck my work. I have to look at the meme. This is so funny. This is my reaction, bro. So obviously I didn't do any fucking work, and the video was done like 3 weeks after she asked me to do it, which is absurd. Like if I was to do that now, I could do it in like 10 minutes. So when it was done, I was actually too embarrassed to send it to her because it took so long. So the only piece of video that I have from that is like a recording of me holding my phone and recording my screen at the time and like playing the video. So here's the easiest advice that I would recommend to my 14-year-old self. But even if you're not 14, you can still apply this. It doesn't matter. Like turn off all the notifications on your phone. You literally go into the settings on each app and you individually turn off the notifications for each app. Like don't just turn off the notifications when you're working. Now, the harder advice, which is literally life change, is to make a daily timetable and then set a timer for like 2 hours, 1 hour of focused work. So you're gonna focus on your project and you'll work on it for an hour without even like going to the bathroom or something. Like you literally just work. You look at Premiere Pro for an hour straight. Bro, trust me, that single hour of work will be so productive. You're literally gonna feel like you have superpowers. But you know what? I might just give you something else. One thing I do is I work in the morning. So I wake up and I don't eat anything, because fasting is actually really good for work. And I can confirm this literally works. Like when I eat in the morning, I can't even think straight. So you don't eat anything and you have a coffee and you straight up you can work for like 2 hours and it's gonna be so productive because you won't really get distracted, especially if you don't check your phone in the morning. Okay, number 3. Now this tip might hurt the amount of money I make, but I have to tell you this. Don't rely too much on presets. Aim to learn from others and make the presets yourself. Now you see, using presets is great. That's literally the way I was able to become a better editor and like get paid more, because I was speeding up my workflow and actually doing certain effects that I can really comprehend at the time. So it's a great way to start out. But after a certain point, I wanted to make my own presets. So I studied what other people did. I synthesized a bunch of tutorials. I took in a lot of information from YouTube. So I put all that knowledge into the presets that I made on the Editing Temple, my private Discord community. Now, I'm not trying to sell it to you right now because it's probably not for you. It's like $60 a month right now. What we do there is I hop on calls about video editing problems that they're having at the time. Honestly, any questions like showing me the projects, be like, look bro, I got this issue, or like, what do you think of this? I'll literally give feedback on that. I think that's super valuable as a video editor because you need feedback from others to truly understand. Like, even if you have clients, I think hearing something from a video editor is way more valuable. And I also post tutorials every week, tutorials that I don't post on YouTube. But forget about that. What I'm trying to say is you should learn how to make, or at least how a lot of the presets that you are using work, like what the effects are actually doing, so that you can improve as a video editor and not fully rely on presets. If you found this video valuable, you can subscribe to this channel and help this channel get bigger so I can teach more people about video editing and productivity. You can check out the link below if you're interested in the Editing Temple. That's all I have to. So, stay focused.